Hi, I'm Michael. Welcome to Tamenuri Studio. Today I will show you something what happened in the beginning, almost in the beginning, because I was doing urushi for some time, and I was interested in urushi and fountain pens for much longer, and it was even before I started offering my pens online for sale, and I had quite a lot of pens made by me, lacquered by me, lying around, and I felt like I owe something to the community, and especially some of the members of the community, and one of them was then and is still now Midori Brown. And I made a pen especially with him in mind, and I sent him this pen as a gift, as a present, with a thank you letter for all the videos I watched and he made and I watched, and for building something much more than just a YouTube channel and website with some reviews. It's much more than just reviews. I'm not sure I know any fountain pen aficionado who doesn't know Midori Brown, so the person is he does not need an introduction here. I've sent him a pen I thought he would like. I made a pen which was oversized, really oversized, and I was not sure about the colors, but I took a shot with Midori, so green, dark green, and Tamenuri, but not the typical Midori Tamenuri where black is used as an overlayer, but with brown used as an overlayer. And I called this pen a little bit later Midori Brown Tamenuri, and pun is intended here. And I sent it to Steven with this letter, and sometime later my package arrived to Canada, and we started talking again online, and he asked me if he can review this pen. I said that, well, it was not my idea. I'm not a pen maker. I do not offer pens, so reviewing my pen is makes little sense because I do not sell them. And he said, oh, well, think about it, and we'll get back to this. So I thought about it, and at the same time, this same weekend, I think, I sold the first pen. It was like someone just asked me, are those pens for sale? I said, well, I didn't think about it, but, well, they are. They could be. Which one you're interested in? I have them lots of lying around in my flat and the studio. And I sold the first pen, and the same weekend I sold 5 more. And I started thinking about selling what I do as a financial aid to my hobby, because doing urushi is pretty expensive. It's really expensive. It can be easy to start, but once you get into different types of urushi and different tools and materials you need to use, and the quality of the urushi, because I tend to look for the higher and higher quality all the time, and you can easily buy a tube of urushi for 2000 yen, but if you want something really good you have to pay 20 or even 30,000 yen for a tube of urushi. So, and it makes huge difference in usage then, and in quality. So I started selling pens, and a month or 2 months later Steven mentioned my pen in one. It was in June, actually, in June the 2nd, mentioned my pen in his hanging out with Mr. Brown, and a month later, I think it was about 2 months later, he published the review. I knew that he will post it one day or another, and he set the date exactly at the moment where I was on holiday. So I couldn't change anything. I was on holiday, so the avalanche of requests, inquiries started during my holiday, so imagine how it was. Thank you, Steven. And that moment I got better, much better, but it's still only beginning of my journey, and there is long way to go. But I made a bold move, and I switched from other businesses, from other activities to pen making only. I started making my own pens. I turned them on lathe, and I learn a lot at the same time, and I'm quite capable of making any type of pen I used to use for lacquering before, so I now can make it myself. I have much more complex ideas in my pipeline and to be finished during this year. And right now, pen making and lacquering pens with urushi is my only source of income. So please buy them. It's important for me. And well, it was quite a year. So thank you very much. And I will show you some footage of making these pens. So it's exactly the same model Steven's got. I made 2 of them in oversize and 3 of them in more typical large pen size, not huge one. So those are with number 8 nib, and the other 3 are with number 6 nib, all bog. So watch this footage please, and give me a like or a comment or a share from this video, or drop a visit to my Instagram or website. Find a donation link somewhere on the website, or well, just DM me or email me if you're interested in any of those pens. I will announce availability of those pens, those 5 Midori Brown Tamenuri pens on my Instagram. So follow my profile and watch out. Really oversized pen, actually exactly the same model, almost exactly the same model of pen I've sent over a year ago to Midori Brown, and in same lacquer, only better. The difference between the pen Stevens got and he placed it in his GOAT, so greatest of all time for 2020, is that this one is prepared for number 8 nib. Stevens one is for 6 nib, and we agreed with Steven that it's the biggest drawback of this pen. So it should have a number 8 nib, and this one can have one. I have just polished, as you could see, this pen, or we'll see in a moment. It was a final polishing with the finest abrasive possible, so with maki-e powder. And now I am inspecting the pen and assembling it, not for the first time, because during the lacquering I assembled pens for many times, like 4 or 5 times, just to check if everything is okay. The pen is freshly finished, so it's much darker than it will be in just a few weeks. But already you can see green hue coming through this dark layer, and that was my goal. It's exactly the same on Steven's pen, that the pen is not uniformly black and then some green seen on the edges, but I wanted to show this green underlayer in more areas of the pen. So there at the ends, and even on some areas on the barrel, especially where this topper begins, and on the cap, even before this round finial here, there is more green visible, and there will be much more green visible with time. Pen looks okay. I inspected it through the magnifying glass. I will do it again right now just to check if maybe I missed something, especially on the edges, but I'm slightly paranoid. I do this for like 10 times before I'm happy, and I will let it sit in the furrow for a few days more and then recheck it and polish again, and it will be ready to send to a new owner. And it's not just this one pen, there are 5 of them, and those here are not polished yet, the final polishing, so there's one more oversized pen but with a hourglass section. So this one is normal retro one, this one is hourglass, and there are 5 smaller pens, like normal size, typical full-size pens, and they are exactly the same shape as this one, just not so huge, and with number 6 nibs. And I have 3 of those pens. It looks tiny in comparison with this one, but it is not tiny. I will show it. I will show it in comparison with Visconti, Homo sapiens. It's longer, and with Mont Blanc 149 is slightly longer even than Mont Blanc 149, but uncapped it's getting closer to the size of both 2 pens, because the cap is slightly longer and the section is quite unusual. I like those sections a lot, and they are on most of my pens. I have those sections. It's still slightly longer than 149. Okay, so there are 3 smaller pens and 2 Emperors, and I will announce availability of them and the prices very soon on my Instagram only, and then after a day or 2 on website. So first you need to follow my Instagram to have a chance to get this pen, and some part of the price, I will confirm what part of the price, will be donated to a cause appointed by Steven, and as Steven said, it will be probably something connected with mental health and care for mental health. Okay, that's it. I will be showing some materials from the history of making this pen, so please enjoy and see you next time. Bye.